My name is Kili G and I'll be your on-court reporter for tonight. Now, standing next to me, I have a very special guest. It's the Managing Director of CLS Knights Indonesia, Christopher Tanuwijaya. Good evening, Christopher.
Hi, everyone.
So, Christopher, we know that the CLS Knights have been playing on the local league for many years now, especially that they won the championship last year. How hard was the decision to play ABL this year?
Oh, it's very, very tough because everything new for us. Everything like we've never really take care of venue before. We've never really create our own event before. And with ABL, everything is, we have to organize our own home games. We have to organize our own court and everything. So it's really, really tough decision, but it's a blessing in disguise because with all this, we learn how to be more professional.
All right, folks, you heard it yourself how hard it was. Thank you so much, Christopher, for the special interview. Now I'm going to throw it back to you for the game, Dion.
Well, this is it. The visiting team on the black jersey. You can see the Formosa Dreamers are wearing the black jersey against the home team, the Knights Indonesia, wearing the white and purple jersey.
As we're preparing for the lineup of all the different players in the intro here for the Dreamers, the starting five, they're coming first time as well with the CLS Knights.
First, I cannot wait for this guy, Ardo. Number 6, Jaleel Cousins. He is the younger brother of the Marcus Cousins who play for the New Orleans Pelicans.
It's no mistake, you know, not many last names have cousins in them, and let alone have the same figure, same shape, and you will see later, folks, that he has more or less the same game. He's a center who likes to shoot, but likes to get inside the paint and rebounds, and he's just so excited with the opposition of the.
So they have 2 imports in length as their heritage. But now it's time for our home team, the CLS Knights Indonesia. The crowd is excited, folks. We're going to move on. This is the player introduction for the Knights. Who's going to be coming up first for the Knights Indonesia? In a special intro, folks. The crowd is hyped.
Folks have been coming in for hours before the game tonight. You can just sense energy coming in. This is their beloved pride. This is what makes them Surabaya basketball.
There you go, folks. The starting lineup for the CLS Knights Indonesia. You can see it on your screen. Lead by Mario Wisang, Sandy Fabiansa, Freddie Lish, Brian Williams, and Duke Cruz. On your screen, folks, is the starting lineup for the Formosa Dreamers. Some of big names, one of them is Jaleel Cousins. And of course, a couple of local players that we should watch out for. The danger shooter, this is it. The introduction for the Knights. The crowd is excited. I'm excited, you're excited also.
It is so hype here. You have no idea how noisy it is here. If you're watching either on YouTube or on video.com, you could actually feel it through your screen tonight, folks.
All right, folks, are you ready? This is also taken from the soundtrack of the movie Thor. I love this song, Ardo.
Some Indonesians might mistake Thor with Thor because they don't know who Thor is. But
Freddie Lish starting.
Brian Williams, a designated 5, he's coming up strong.
His former teammate from University of Tennessee, Duke Cruz, a high energy player for the Knights. And this is the legend himself, Mario Wisang, who's averaging 10.9 points per game and also 2 assists per game. He's going to be the key player for the CLS Knights Indonesia.
You know, when you feel that...
All right, folks, before we continue, we're going to listen to the Indonesian national anthem.
One more time, please all rise. And this is our national anthem, Indonesia Raya.
Gives me the chill to hear the Indonesian national anthem.
National anthem together as a nation. Surabaya here, CLS Knights, I think it's much more than just a city, but it represents a country, especially entering in their first game against an also rookie team in Formosa Dreamers.
Also a new team, folks. So, as you look at the screen, both teams are already shake their hands. This is a kind of greetings to each other, getting to know each other before they battle it out.
It's going to be interesting to see that both coaches, that is Coach Nugroho, as well as the coach for the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan, I believe, also have a similar kind of coaching style that is a fast-paced, high-intensity, forced turnover. And little did they know, or maybe they have, that they actually have a similar style. And so what's going to happen is who's going to establish the dominance of that style tonight?
All right, it's going to be an epic battle in a while, but before that, the referee in charge is from Philippines, Mr. Ferdinand Pascual. All right, both teams are getting ready for the tip-off to begin the first quarter of the second game of ASEAN Basketball League between the CLS Knights Indonesia against the Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan. It's gonna be intense with Jaleel Cousin will face off against Duke Cruz for the tip-off. All right, folks, are you ready? The game is going to begin in a second. And CLS Knights wins the tip-off. But the ball is out of bounds. Ball for Formosa Dreamers, Taiwan.
First turnover of the game by the CLS Knights. And we're going to begin their match tonight on the defensive end against the Taiwan Formosa Dreamers.
There you go. Lenny Daniels, number 4. That's the one that you have to guard. It's going to be a great matchup between Lenny and Duke. Meanwhile, Jaleel Cousins for the first shot. He makes the first field goal tonight.
This was an important matchup between Brian Williams and Jaleel Cousins to establish a dominance in the paint. He wanted to see if it was open the shot, and he wants to just test the waters almost. And it turns out there was too much space between, and the first one-to-one for Jaleel Cousins.
Meanwhile, Brian Williams tries to answer back. Nice spin moves. My power inside, but unfortunately the ball is out of the rim. Nice try there by Brian Williams. Jaleel Cousins, who makes the first basket, passes to number 1, Chi Kwan Cheng. Back again, Jaleel Cousins, and one. A push there by Brian Williams. The referee saw it and calls it a foul.
A forced foul by Brian Williams. He was caught behind the back as it was a cut of an assist by the backcourt of the Formosa Dreamers, and find the opening and went straight in.
All right, booing is from the Knights Society. I think it works. Because Jaleel Cousins just missed his opportunity for a 3-point play. Brian Williams answers right back. Blocked by Cousins. A rejection by Jaleel Cousins. But a right-handed hook by Brian Williams answered right back.
A putback move by Brian Williams has to occur. He had to show. They are skirmishing right now in the middle. He's looking for that opening.
Wait time to Lenny Daniels with almost there, a dunk by Lenny Daniels, but he just lay it in.
Lenny Daniels, the Saigon Heat player, previous for 2 years with the Saigon Heat. Now he's playing for the Formosa Dreamers, and he's establishing himself 1 for 1 tonight.
The start of a quarter, the visiting team start very strong, 6-2, 4-point lead. Dukung misses the shot, but asking for the foul to the referee.
The referee did not see the contact enough for a foul call on Dukung, but he gets it back on a rebound on the other side.
To his former teammate on Tennessee with a power move. Brian Williams, a bonus, count that in, and one.
And one, folks. We are going to the line. You see, they've worked this game up so much in the scrimmage. This two game by the Twin Towers of Tennessee. They saw the opening. He was looking for that shot the whole time. Wait straight in. Here we go, seeing on the replay.
Brian Williams with a strong move over Jaleel Cousins. Oh, what a great play there by Brian Williams. A chance for a 3-point play on the free throw line. He makes it.
He makes it, folks.
The score is now only 1 point deficit between the visiting team and the home team.
Nothing says fundamental like making the first couple of free throws on the charity stripe.
All right, the first 3 from number 10, Wei Chai on Formosa Dreamers.
Wei Chai with the money ball. He had the opening. The zone defense was sagging way too much.
Mario off the screen. Brian Williams sets up the 3-point Mario Wisa.
Mario, who's at 48%, a 3-point shooter. You cannot let him open that far.
Again, a miss from the Dreamers. Freddie Goldstein or Freddie Lish, our heritage player. Brian Williams hesitates. Pass to Dukung for the fadeaway. He missed it. Almost went in, but it rattles out.
Another rebound by Cousins. You're going to see him clean up the glass tonight. He was waiting there for that rebound, and you're going to see that a lot more. With a corner 3 and
Freddie
no
Lish
good.
for the rebound. They got Brian Williams inside. Oh, inside pass, but the ball is out of bounds for the Formosa Dreamers, that is.
As assumed, folks, we've talked to both coaches, Nugroho and as well as Coach Hao Chang-soo. Their fast-paced game, they want to go quickly. In fact, they want to run some pistol so that they can get some quick shots. And you can see the intensity going up with Daniel.
Lenny Daniel for the pull-up jumper. He made it for 2 3-point deficit. Visiting team 11 and our home team CLS Knights with 8 points. But the back shot there by Brian Williams for 2. He's known as a good perimeter shooter, Brian Williams.
I love how Brian Williams is actually more of a modern center, where the stretch four is no longer one who plays inside the paint, but now goes outside and scares the defense away.
Jaleel Cousins, one more. They need to guard the perimeter. The elbow shot is costing him 4 points. One from Lenny and one from Jaleel.
You can see the tempo is slowing down a little bit.
Brian Williams. The referee calls it a foul. A chance for 2 more points from the charity stripe. Remember, folks, Brian Williams is also known as a pretty good free throw shooter.
Oh, absolutely. He made his first shot previously before. You could see that they're not hesitating to bring the ball down. And see, what's the problem is the Taiwan doesn't understand that once they dominate the inside, they have shooters from the outside, such as Sandy, as well as Mario Wushang, and of course, the heritage,
Freddie Lish.
Freddie Lish.
All right. Oh, he missed one of them. So the score is CLS Knights 10, the Dreamers 13 with 5 minutes 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Unnecessary pass there. Turnover. Freddie Lish with the punishment for the Knights Indonesia.
This is the game that Nugroho wants. This is what he wants. He wants forced turnovers to force the other team to be nervous on offense and to slow their pace down. And looks like the upper hand is still on CLS Knights.
Oh, Lenny Daniels just penetrates inside. And the referee calls it a foul. A chance for 2 free throws on the line.
We had a substitution by Chia-Ching Lee, who's coming in.
I think the crowd is booing for a reason here. And right now, Brian Williams is making the important play for the Knights Indonesia, scoring a bunch of points in the first quarter.
Jaleel Cousins, who's in line for foul trouble, he needs to sit down and relax. This is just the first quarter. We're almost halfway through, folks. And he already picked up 1 foul, and now he's figuring out how to get back. And so now we have the substitution by number 15, Chia-Ching Lee.
All right, Lenny Daniels misses the first attempt on the charity stripes. Still got one more chance to make the free throw, Lenny Daniels. The crowd is booing, folks. Can he handle the pressure? We sure find out soon. He misses both of the free throws. This is the power of the Knight Society who's filling up this stadium.
Knight Society will make sure that every play counts and every shot that's not for them is not going to be cheered for.
Again, Ardo Brian Williams, a strong movement inside, forces a foul. This is a dangerous situation for the Dreamers.
Absolutely.
You can see here
as we
on
said
the free
before,
throw.
the pace themselves that they're setting up, they're going to bring it inside. And for the past 4 shots by the CLS Knights have been inside the paint, and Brian Williams is not afraid to shoot that free throw.
He makes the first one for the first lead for the CLS Knights for this evening. 14 against 13 for the Dreamers. He makes both free throws. So it's a 2-point deficit between the Knights and the Dreamers.
He's now 4 on 6 on the charity stripe. That is a very good percentage for a big man. As long as he gets in and get to the lane and get that foul call, he will get the chance for 2 free throws.
Again, Lenny Dennis with a step back. 2 points. Brian Williams secures the rebound. Try to find Duke Cruz, but it tips away. Number 1, Chikwon Cheng.
Cheng not only stole the ball midway court because they interrupted a pass, but get a pull-up shot in front of the key, and he gets a 2.
They need to watch out for Chikwon Cheng, a good shooter for the Dreamers. Rebound by number 10, Wei Chai. And the Dreamers are now tied with the home team with 15 each.
Freddie Lish, who is a very scary perimeter shooter. He just took 1 shot, and you might even consider him that was a little rushed up. But again, Nugroho wants a fast-paced game tonight, and he has to take that shot when the opportunity comes.
But the Dreamers with a great ball movement to find the cutter for an easy layup.
The score now 17-15, Dreamers.
Brian Williams again Passes to Dukung for the alley-oop.
Oh, goodness.
I love this game. What a play by Brian Williams.
Monster.
Pass it out to Dukung for the alley-oop.
Monster slam. Brian Williams, who is a general, even though he's a center, finds the opening in Dukung, and he will bring it down. This man is not afraid to go in.
That was amazing play. I cannot wait to watch the replay. But the Dreamers answers right back with a great penetration inside for 2 points. And Mario Wisa trying to find an open man, and Freddy lift for money!
The money ball, folks. Money in the corner. Freddie Lish is looking for that shot all night long. He first got his first 3 of the night, and it's only the first quarter with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Half Thailand, half American, but fully amazing player, Freddie Lish. Okay.
Oh.
The Dreamers answer right back. A medium jumper, again, is the answer for the Dreamers.
An answer that was not expected by the CLS Knights to stop them from the key.
Sandy! All right, one more time. Show me the money!
The money ball by Sandy. This man is known as Mr. Clutch. In Timnas, he is one that will not stop. He has this beautiful arc that will get into the hole of that basket.
As you say, high arc, high
Percentage.
Yep. All right, again, quick transition. Freddie Lish. Wow! Freddie Lish. He is a fearless player. He doesn't even care that Lenny Daniels is trying to block him. And Lenny Daniels is hurtful.
Oh, what's going on?
There's some contact there, maybe some harsh landing or something, but surely is. That is a great finish by Freddie Lish.
Great finish, and that brings to the timeout for the Dreamers. They need to get back. Here's the move again.
Oh my God, Freddie with a great finish.
Freddie anticipated it coming in. Lenny is a great defensive stopper at multiple positions. He knew at the corner of his eye he was coming in. He has to attack the basket, but it goes about reverse. But instead, on the right hand, then lays it up in. Matt passing Lenny Daniels.
So timeout called by the Formosa Dreamers. They need to find some way, somehow, to get the defense right, because right now they are torturing Dreamers from inside. Brian Williams killing it on the paint, and Freddie Lish also bringing down the house from 3 and from the transition. Brian Williams, as we can see on the screen,
Brian Williams,
beside the air conditioner.
Oh man, this man, he comes in hot. He said that the only one thing in his mind this season is championship. The first game against the Formosa Dreamers. We talked to Brian Williams. He's chilling. He has this laid-back attitude. He's the most chilled of the world imports. And when you ask him, hey Brian, what are you hoping to achieve this season? He doesn't even say win this game. He doesn't say just win, get into the playoffs, but he will say the championship. And he says, I quote, that's why they brought me here.
Yeah, but a great chemistry, as we see at the practice a few days before between Brian Williams, Dukung, Freddie Lish. They have this weird but perfect chemistry between them.
Oh yeah, they're actually more than brothers. It's almost, they almost had a little scuffle during practice, which was funny. And I had to figure out, is there something wrong with this? But I was talking to our coach, and he says, you know what? Their friendship is far beyond brotherhood, and now they're a one-is team. This chemistry is happening, and now they're leading 25-22 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's still the first quarter, but intensity is high. The Dreamers with number 5, Yuhan Chen.
Yuhan Chen with the cut inside. That was a nice screen by Daniel, but now we got an open shot.
All right! Great shot by Caleb. Caleb Ramon Gamilang is one of the great local players with a great shooting ability.
Now the CLS Knights are shooting more than 40% behind the arc. This is how they want to establish themselves.
And the number 1 player, Chi-Kwan Cheng, answers right back for the easy douche.
On top of the key, you would think that there's somebody guarding them, but instead he was wide open for that beautiful
fadeaway shot there by Dukung, but the Knights still maintain the ball. So substitution by the super sub Arif Hidayat comes in for Mario Wisa.
Arif Hidayat, he's actually one of the locals that you would not underestimate. He is part of the team that is established in a national team for Indonesia. He's been playing for multiple years. He's a great backup to the legend Uncle Ro, Mario Wusha.
There, Freddy Lish with the great handles, showing off his skills. Passes the defender, Arif Hidayat to Caleb, back to Arif. Penetrates inside, loses the ball, but recovers right back. And Freddy for two, but he misses. Rebound by number 16, Firman Nugroho.
Oh,
9 seconds to shoot. The referee calls it a foul.
foul on number 3, Ping Hung Lee, his first of the game.
All right. So as we can see right now, CLS Knights Indonesia still have the opportunity with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Again, back to Freddy Lish, our heritage player, to Caleb Ramon. Passes back to Drew Cruz, working his way inside for the 2 and 1.
There's only one word that comes to mind when you talk about the inside game of CLS Knights, and that is pure dominance. When you put Brian Williams on the bench, you would expect Duke Cruz, who's the big man, who's coming up here, as you guys can see on the replay, coming on strong, looking for that contact, and makes his shot, and now on the charity strike.
Bonus 3-point play makes it a 3-point lead. CLS Knights Indonesia with 30 seconds to go against the Formosa Dreamers, 26 points. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Number 5 penetrates inside, Yu Han Chen. Out of bounds.
CLS out by CLS, and now it's going to be Dreamers ball.
All right, with 12 seconds on the shot clock. They need to hurry for the shot. James Forrester, number 9, for the jumper. He missed it. Arif Hidayat with 15 seconds to go. Caleb Ramon, number 13! Here is 2 points. Need to hustle back on the defense. Lenny Daniels is very fast on the transition. Arif Hidayat! Oh, he missed that. The crowd will be crazy if he makes that one.
What a high-paced game. This is, folks, what we expect of the second game of the 8th season in ABL between two rookies. Players are coming in strong because they know they need to establish themselves as teams that are legitimate and validated here in this league. And this is the best way to begin their match.
The end of the first quarter. Your own CLS Knights Indonesia, 32 against the visiting team, Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan, with 28, 4-point deficit between both teams. We're anxious to begin the second quarter. Both of the coaches is trying to figure out how to maintain and also try to catch up the lead. For me, the main player for CLS Knights is their imports. Either it's Duke Cruz, Brian Williams, and Freddie Goldstein. They have major factor in the first quarter. The beginning of the second quarter, Freddy Lish for 3. What a way to open the quarter. Ready for the mother.
Freddy is
almost forgot.
They are on fire on the arc. Dreamers, if they cannot stop the perimeter shooting made by the CLS Knights, we can have a blowout tonight on the first game that they have together. There's two rookie teams on this 8th season of the ABL.
Meantime, the Dreamers with Forrester, the number 9 for the Dreamers. Passes to Lenny Daniels, hesitate for a pull-up, step back. He misses the shot, rebound by Drew Cruz. And a quick transition, up-tempo game by Coach Coco. Seems to break at the first quarter with Arif Hidayat right now charging the lead for the offense. Drew Cruz on the top of the key with a great penetration! With a great cut move inside. Drew Cruz is able to find him.
The back door by Duke Cruz. Arif Gamilang was looking for that shot. He's been looking and cutting between the arc and inside and out. And when he finds the opening by Duke, gets a pass and gets the reverse layup from beneath.
Oh! Unfortunately, there's a turnover by Freddie Lish. For the first quarter, this first minute and a half, the Formosa Dreamers haven't scored yet. That's why they call the timeout right now.
Another timeout by Formosa Dreamers, Taiwan. They're re-strategizing for what seems to be a breakaway run for the CLS Knights as they go in and out, cutting inside, reverse layup, and perimeter shooting out of the 3. Freddie is dangerous from that position.
He able to distribute the ball to the local players such as Caleb and also Arif Hidayat. So we can see Caleb is doing a great job scoring, cutting inside with the easy layup. It's not as easy as you've seen because 2 of the Formosa Dreamers trying to block it, but the ball went in.
It was a beautiful play as the cut, man cut by Gamilang. He went in and he knew he was going to get it. See, we spoke to Brian Williams the other day, and he mentioned about the factor that most teams don't know is actually the local players. If the local players can step up their game, and they come in strong, they come in hot, they play their role, they may not get the 20 points, they may not get more than the teens of points because it's usually dominated by both the world or the heritage players. But when it comes to the support system by not only the bench, but the actual local players, if they could step up, that will bring the whole momentum of the game, and that will bring them an easy win tonight.
So far, so good for the local players of the Knights Indonesia. And of course, as the center of the offense, Duke Cruz and Brian Williams also did a great job by scoring and also by passing, finding the open teammate for an easy point.
Checking in to this quarter's Cheng Hisian Tsai, number 32. He's going to have some action tonight.
RFO's back to the game with the Knights leading by 9 points against the Dreamers, but the Dreamers try to answer right back. Haven't found the field goal yet for this quarter, the second quarter that is. With number 3, Ping Hung Lee off the screen for the pull-up jumper, short for an air ball. Brian Williams secures it, finds Duke Cruz. What do we got here, folks? It's still out of bounds, but a ball for the Knights Indonesia.
Folks, you can see that the Formosa Dreamers are becoming more strategic. It's almost they were wondering how we're going to push the tempo and push the pace. And you can see they're slowing it down for this quarter. Could it be a re-strategy by Coach Chu? We don't know. We're yet to see.
Arif Hidayat finding Caleb on the corner for 3. Caleb secures one more time to Arif for 3. Another 3. Another miss, but another rebound. Duke Cruz with a flush. Two-handed jab by Duke Cruz.
Duke Cruz is wondering why can he just like lay it up. He almost got a travel call there up and down, but good thing that he dropped the ball right before he could put the put back and slam it in for the net.
Personal foul there called. Another turnover by the Dreamers. They need some answers for this second quarter. They still haven't found a field goal yet. So the Knights can stretch the lead by 11 points this second quarter, 39 against 28 for the Dreamers.
Cheng Hisian Tsai, his first foul of the game. He was too physical when coming in off the screen there, but it was caught by the referee and they had to call for a foul.
Another local player checks in. Rahmat Febri Utomo on the corner. His first shot. He makes it for the money.
Money ball on the corner, number 10.
Rahmat Febri Utomo.
Rama Febri Utomo. He is on the board for his tray.
Again, a carry. The referee calls it a carry. So you have to be careful when you're dribbling. Another turnover by the Dreamers. Almost 4 minutes with no basket. The Knights have to maintain the lead or maybe stretch the lead. They have to take advantage of this condition.
This is called a run, and they want to make sure.
Alley-oop attempt! Oh, I'm sorry to cut you over there.
No, I was caught off guard here with
But
that
Lenny
nice
Daniels,
scoop.
believe it, that is the first basket.
First basket of the quarter for the Dreamers.
What a great finish by Caleb Ramon, number 13, with an easy lane.
Gamilang now has 8 points in the night, and he is stepping up as a local for Indonesia for his CLS Knights. And a beautiful jump shot by James Forrester at the top of the elbow.
It's been a quiet game for James Forrester for this game.
Quiet, very quiet. This man has a new change role in his team and his interviews. He talked about before he's more of a support role, and now he takes on this new team, taking a leadership example. He wants to be more of a scorer this year in ABL.
All right, Bima Rizky, number 27, checks in for the Knights Indonesia. Rahmat Febri Utomo on the inbound, passes to the legend, to Bima Rizky, back again. Great penetration, Rahmat Febri Utomo finding Brad Williams. Another foul by the Dreamers. This is their first free throw opportunity for Brian Williams in the second quarter.
It was a forced foul by Jaleel Cousins. He doesn't have a position to actually try to stop Brian Williams, and it looks like they're going to call it technical or flagrant for that play.
But one thing for sure, Brian Williams is going to shoot from the charity stripes. Brian Williams, as we see in the first quarter, making a lot of free throws. Just missed a few of them. The first one to make it a 15-point lead. He misses that one. That was for the technical.
That was a flagrant foul by Jaleel Cousins because he was not in position. He had to stop Brian Williams, but he couldn't stop him, and he got his free throw. But now he gets 2 more from the line. I believe that was the second shot. No mistake, folks, that was the second shot for the 2 free throws for the previous attempt by Brian Williams.
13-point lead by CLS Knights Indonesia, trying to penetrate inside. He misses. Number 5 just misses from the layup. Yu Han Chen. A miss there, a rare miss.
A forced shot by Mario Wushang. He was in position. He was waiting for his teammates, but he decided to pop one up there in the air. Unfortunately, fell short and hit an air ball.
Again, number 5 trying to penetrate Yu Han Chen. Passes over to Jaleel Cousins. He missed. As we see, Dukung is wave up front for the court for the jam! Or isn't it? Oh, the ball bounces back out, so it's not called a point. An very interesting game right there. But he recovers from the jam.
No basket.
No basket?
No basket.
Oh, man. I believe that Brian Williams is very disappointed at the referee's decision.
They're checking with the phone call. They're checking with the call. If you could see the replay, we see that Dukung was already in movement.
Still in continuation, so...
He's still in continuation movement. That should have been called a
N1.
And as presumed, basket counts. Duke is now on the board for more points. He's on the charity stripe. That was a great move, a step power move by Dukung.
Not often as we see so many dunks happen in a one-possession game.
This is so amazing. Unfortunately, before he had a Shaq the Fool moment when when he had to give the dunk, but the ball went straight out. It just didn't want to go home. It just didn't want to go home.
He makes the first free throw for the three-point play. So it's a 16-point lead right now. The gap is getting bigger. Number 10, Brian penetrates. And what a great finish! Dukung tapped the ball to Rama Febri Utama with a great crossover. Great defense there by the Dreamers.
Great defense. I think there was a block by Forster. And good pressure by Jaleel Cousins that they could not make that contested shot. Out by Dukung. And now we have, it's still Formosa Dreamers ball with 4 minutes, 22 seconds left, 17 seconds on the clock.
So the Dreamers already got 3 personal foul. The CLS Knights still have 0. So they need to be careful on the defense right here, but trying to take another point maybe. Right there, James Forster on the inbound.
Well, you know, the CLS Knights just have to keep pushing and keep trying to do what they've been doing. It's been very well. And now another first over by Mario Water shot, and then another transition. They're in so dangerous transition before the defense even is formed. They're coming in and attacking.
So Mario Wisdom still trying to move the ball to his combo guard. Brady Lish takes for the 3. He missed that by Brad Willis with a great offensive rebound. Blocked from behind. Lenny Daniels called for the foul. Brian Williams with a great move inside. Lenny Daniels just can't believe that he just called a foul on that play. Let's look at the replay right here. Okay, as we see, that is correct. The correct call by the referee.
It was a lot of contact. I mean, what do you expect when you're under the rim and you're about to make by one? Brian Williams is not going to stop. When he gets the putback, he will slim it down. But here we have Lenny Daniels. There was no answer. The coach wanted the ball. That was the way.
All right, meantime, Brian Williams is the first a 17-point lead. If he makes this one, we break 50.
Look, it's hot.
4 fouls by the Dreamers. They need to watch out. And we got the 50 points, folks, for the whole team, CLS Knights Indonesia. An 18-point lead, Ardo.
It's becoming comfortable for CLS Knights, but the last thing that they want is to feel so comfortable that they want to push down their slope. And as we are talking, we have another foul, another turnover.
An illegal screen called by the referee on Jaleel Cousins. 5 personal fouls with 3 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Three minutes, 40 seconds to go on the second quarter before we move on to the second half of the game. CLS Knights very comfortable with 18 points lead. Dukung with a post-up move. Tries to fight. Freddy back again to Freddy for 3. Almost the money shot right now.
Almost the money ball.
Bima Rizky with a great attempt for under the basket move. Another foul by the Dreamers.
The intensity and grind of the CLS Knights is just cannot be overlooked here. They are rebounding. They are going into the paint. They're attacking. And no matter what is happening with the defense of the Dreamers, they couldn't stop. They want to keep going. They push inside, and they won't stop. They don't have to wait for the Dreamer shooters because Mario will be waiting, Freddie will be waiting, even Brian Williams, who's their center, is a stretch 5 shooter.
Meanwhile, foul there by Cheng Shen Sai, number 32. So Bima Rizky will shoot his first free throw tonight. One of the aggressive players, Bima Rizky, is always hustling down for a loose ball, for the rebound. Although he's not the tallest guy, but he always feels it and he's so big, trying to find and grab the rebound.
Something tells me that he may have spoken with Freddie Lish a few times. Freddie Lish, who's a career 5.8 rebounds a game in ABL, and only 5'10". How does he get all those rebounds?
It's hustling, Ardo, hustling. But unfortunately, Ardo, I'm so sorry. Bima Rizky just missed both of his free throws.
That's right.
The crowd is cheering defense for the Knights. Number 32, Sai, through the corner. Still struggling from the three-point line. Bimariski with a great left-handed finish. Again, Bimariski.
You know, the expression is simple. You know, if you're not going to stop me, I'm going to keep going. Dreamers need to figure out how to defend the transition. They are running to every possession and every turnover. As we see, but Freddie takes another turnover. It is a 3-2 run.
Again, Bimariski with the back-to-back. Bimariski, 5 straight points. This is the key that Brian Williams talked about. The local players need to step up. The crowd is hyped, folks. It is a 23-point deficit. It's quite a comfortable lead by the Knights with 5 fouls by the Dreamers.
Very comfortable. The crowd here are loving it. They're cheering for this great team that represents not just not Surabaya, but also Indonesia. What do you think is the coaching staff and the Dreamers are talking about right now?
I think the Dreamers need to stop the transition offense of the Knights, and also they need to control the ball. They need to take care of the ball. Too many turnovers on the second quarter by the Formosa Dreamers.
It's difficult to see what gives them confidence. Was it the lead that gave them confidence, or was it the fact that when the ball runs in transition, you see all 5 teams keep running, 5 players. All of the CLS Knights are moving forward. They know that the only way to win this is to take over the pace, to take over the paint, and as soon as they rebound, they kick it out. They have great perimeter shooters. This is exactly what Duke and Brian was talking about the other day, that they have a great cast of players around them. They have the experience of Mario Wushang. They have the great sharpshooter eye, 45% career of Freddie. They are in trouble. I mean, the Dreamers, the CLS Knights, they stick to the game plan. They have no reason to change. But if there's anything you would say to the players in the CLS Knights, if you were Nugroho, what would you tell them? What would you say?
They need to control this lead, maintain this margin of 23 points, but keep hustling, because Freddie will always chases the ball wherever the ball goes. As we see also a great hustle by Bimariski.
Looks like checking in for the first time tonight, Firman Dwi Nugroho.
Number 16.
He's checking in.
For Brian
and
Williams.
gets some action. That's right.
The Dreamers trying to answer, to try to cut the lead before we go to the halftime. Number 10 for 3, Wei Chai.
Assist by Chan. That was a beautiful skip pass. The skip pass is a pass that cannot be overlooked in the ABL. When you cannot find a pass around you to find that open perimeter shooter, what you need to do is go across the field and to find that shooter, and they find it in time for the open 3.
Duke Cruz with a great finish. Rebound.
Another forced turnover, and now the CLS Knights are bringing it on the other side. This must be their 8th forced turnover of the quarter, and if they cannot guard the ball, they will have a difficult moment to get back in the second half.
What a great step back move by Freddie Lish. But unfortunately, he missed almost an ankle breaker right there. Ankle breaker moment. Mario Wisang from 3. Bimariski once again securing the ball with 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Freddie Lish. Oh no, he's not afraid to go inside, but unfortunately he missed. Firman recovered. Duke Cruz with a great pass inside. Freddie to Firman to Duke. What a great play, but unfortunately the ball scattered around. 3-point to shoot.
CLS Knights are skipping around the ball. They're passing around the rock. They want everybody to touch the ball. And you can see just how selfless the Knights are tonight.
Firman securing the defensive rebound. Freddy Lish from the left side of the court. A screen from Firman. Trying to break away the defense. Again, Bimariski penetrating inside from the left-handed layup, but he missed again. CLS Knights still with the possession.
Oh, that was a great attempt by Dukung. He does not relent. He will continue to grab that rebound.
With 24 seconds to go before we begin our second half, the end of the second quarter. Brian Williams again checking back in. Ready. Back again to Mario. Brian just moving the ball. Alley-oop! Dukung! Oh no. Maybe you cannot see this. Both of the import players from CLS Knights is laying down, struggling for an injury. Maybe Dukung is having an awkward landing onto Brian Williams. It's looking very painful right now.
Gonna see the replay again. What happened to our two big men? As they gave the alley-oop, it was kind of missed, but then made the shot.
Dukung is rolling his ankle after stepping into Brian Williams. High-flying action with high-flying wrist by both teams.
This is not their first time that they're trying to do the alley-oop shot. The two men give Brian and Duke. Duke is one who is ready to receive the alley-oop. Brian Williams, who's actually more of a Jokic type of center, where he actually is quite a commander. He knows how to shoot. He knows how to go into the post, low post. He knows where his players are with great peripheral vision. And now we see Dukung. He's taking a break with that point and landing. It's just a great play between him and Brian Williams.
Hopefully, it's nothing serious, so both of these two key players from the Knights can still play for the second half.
CLS Knights can only be rest assured that we're going to finish the first half very soon. And it's going to be time for them to just resume for the the third quarter or the second half and have a considerable amount of break, and we'll see what reports we can have later.
3 seconds to shoot before we move on to the second half. CLS Knights still leading by 21 points against the Formosa Dreamers. And inbound by the Knights for Mario Wisang to Freddy Lish for 3 seconds to shoot. Behind the back, he loses the ball. Almost made the shot. That's the second quarter. That's the end of the second quarter with CLS Knights 59, Formosa Dreamers Taiwan 38, a 21-point lead.
A little scuffle there when Frederick was going for that shot. He was looking for the foul call, and he had a scuffle. He was looking at his defender, looking at him like, what's up, man? What are you trying to do? But the referee did not see that call, and then we end the first half of tonight's first home match of CLS Knights in ABL.
Oh, we can hope that Brian Williams and Dukung can come back into the game. I hope that this is nothing serious between them. It's a great chemistry between Brian and Duke. Here you go, folks. The scores is 59 to 38 with the lead of the CLS Knights Indonesia.
We have both the top scorers. We have 14 by Dukung and 13 by Brian Williams. There's a shot by Sandy, an open three at the elbow.
And this is when Dukung is penetrating inside with the power move, with a power finish and one. One of the local players, Caleb Roma, for three. And this is also a great penetration inside from Caleb Ramot. The three-point is the key for the Knights to have this comfortable lead against the Dreamers.
But it's not only that, they're out rebounding from Formosa Dreamers. And
So, what made you join CLS Knights this season?
Well, first of all, I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity that CLS gives me. So everybody knows that I can play in the IBL because they accept me as a import, not as a local. Then ABL, maybe they gonna anggap me as a local.
All right, so after seeing the CLS Knights perform, What are your expectations for this season in the ABL right after you joining them?
Well, it's exciting and the competition is very tough. This is a different level of basketball competition. This is way different to IBL.
All right, so you're really positive because look at all the crowd here. They're all supporting CLS Knights. So you're really positive about this?
Yeah, I'm so positive because I saw the guys that working hard and they want to win this game.
All right, thank you so much, B-Boy, for the exclusive interview. Now we're going to throw it back to Dion. Back to you.
So folks, we are going to begin the second half, the third quarter between the CLS Knights Indonesia against the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan. And Dukung checks in. Hopefully the ankle will be fine. Big Hung Lee to Lenny Daniels, who already got 3 fouls. This is one thing that he has to be careful of. And a turnover there, but Lenny Daniels forces the ball into the Knights' hands.
Another turnover. Daniels trying to get the calls, trying to get the contact, but did not get it, which is something that CLS Knights have done. They attack the middle, they go into the paint, and they get that call because they're coming strong, and the defense have nothing else to do but to foul.
Meanwhile, Big Hung Lee tries to harass Mario Wisa, the most experienced player on the game right now. Freddie Lish penetrates inside, finding Dukung. Passes outside again to Firman. The shot clock is running out. Lenny Daniels secures the ball. Chi Kwan Cheng passes outside for 3. He misses that one. Wei Chai cannot convert the 3-point shot.
The open shot, man, was open, but did not convert the 3-point because they were moving around too fast. They wanted to get that 3-point shot. They know that they need to get back from the arc, but they couldn't convert.
It's not a great here by the Formosa Dreamers. Meantime, the CLS Knights is from the downtown. Stop against Firman. Again with the defensive rebound, finding Mario Wisa, who finds Firman, finds Duke, but loses the ball. Penetration, Big Hung Lee loses ball.
With the steal by Freddie, he cuts from the back.
Here he goes, the shooter. Oh, Sandy Fabiancia, one of the best national shooters.
Fabiancia is now 2 out of 3 at the arc. He will not stop at nothing to take that shot. High percentage, he gets the good look, and he converts the 3-point.
Wei Chai still haven't found the basket the third quarter. Still a 24-point lead, CLS Knights against the visiting team. Mario is still working from the corner, but airballs the shot.
Mario is not going good tonight. He is 0 for 3 on the night. He hasn't converted any points. But you know what? What they need from him is much more than scoring. It's his leadership, it's his presence in the court and off the court.
Again, Dukung. Firman loses the ball. Unnecessary turnover by number 16. Trying to find Freddie Lish.
It's one of those moments when you've already tried to figure out the pace and you assume that they would keep running and keep going. But there was a miscommunication there with the CLS Knights that the pass was given away when they're supposed to run on transition.
Firman Winugroho needs to take care of the ball, not to rush the pass. Penetrates inside. Big Hung Lee finding Chi Kwan Cheng for back shot. Jaleel Cousins with a great defensive rebound with a follow-up with a hook for 2 points.
Cousins with his putback. He is now at 8 points in the night, but yet you have 2 fouls, so you got to be careful not to play inside too much.
Andy's really hot tonight.
He is super hot, folks. He is now 3 of 4. He's 75% of the night. You got to keep him open. He's got to keep going. alone. That's what he wants to do.
Lenny Daniels battling out inside with Duke Cruz. Haven't found the answer yet. Duke Cruz with a great defense, but the foul called on Firman apparently. A shooting foul, that is. Lenny Daniels step on the charity stripe for 2 points.
Substitution for number 10. Wei Chai for number 3. Ping Hung Lee, as they want to refresh some fresh legs in. Daniel finally went in and wants to attack the basket. And when he does, he finally gets some contact. He gets the foul. He gets to the free throw line. We expected to do that more. Daniel is too much of an all-around player. He's not converting high percentage shots tonight. So what he wants to do is to penetrate the inside and see if he can get the foul call and get to the line.
Meantime, checks in for the Knights is Mohamed Saroni, number 24. Okay, there a physical play by number 5, Yuhan Chen on Mario. But Mario has the experience to handle that kind of harassment. Mario trying to move, trying to find a way to shoot. He still hasn't found the basket yet.
The shot clock was coming down. He has to find and combine and find his shot, but couldn't convert it, and now he's 0 for 2 in the quarter.
Guan Chang. Reddy Lish got the defensive rebound. Trying to play with the up-tempo pace as instructed by Coach Coco Nugroho.
A lot of contact there for the defense.
Great turnover, crossover by Freddy, out of bounds. Still, CLS Knights basketball.
Yuan Chan has yet fouled, but he's very physical and he wants to challenge Freddy for that shot.
Timeout called by Coach Coco. The score is CLS Knights 65 against the Dreamers 42. 23-point lead by the home team.
They're still doing well. We still have no official reports yet on Brian Williams, but as you folks can see, he hasn't checked in for this third quarter, but they're doing very well. And then once again, the local players have stepped up. Sandy February with 3 three-pointers in the quarter. He's 100%. There's nothing that would make a coach happy and a crowd so stoked and excited than one who's opening shots and making converted threes.
They need to feed Sandy more for the 3, because that was a beauty coming from Sandy Fabianza. And also the locals stepping up tonight, just like what Brian wants to do. We haven't seen Brian on the bench. Maybe he still has some treatment inside the locker room.
We can only wish him well, and hopefully he can return to the game and get back to this first game of the season. It's going to be a long season. If it's not worth him coming back with this comfortable lead, there's really no need for him to come back. I wouldn't want him to come back and try to maintain the pace. The team is doing well. The locals are doing well. Their heritage and the other import, Duke Cruz, he is still dominating. And what they need to do is just hold on for 2 more quarters with 6 minutes left on this third.
Back again, nice basketball. Freddy is showing some skills in this game. Sandy is trying for 2. Maybe it's better to stay off the 2 and making only for 3. A foul there by Freddy Lish against Yuhan Chen, number 5, who's played very aggressive this evening, number 5, Yuhan Chen. You can defense and offense there.
You can tell Yuhan Chen is not one to back down. He has some scuffles with Frederick, and you can see here he shakes and bakes. He wants to cut in, and as he finds it and stopped by Freddy right before.
Pass there by Lenny Daniels, deflected by Drew Cruz. They call it a kickball. So again, the Dreamers still have the possession. With 23 points deficit, they need to cut this lead because it's gapping bigger and bigger every minute. Jaleel Cousins post up again. Saroni. Foul by Saroni. 2 free throws coming up for Jaleel Cousins.
It's a good foul by Saroni. He had to stop Jaleel Cousins at his track. Looks like they're gonna penetrate the insides more.
Could it be that they realize that Brian Williams is not on the court, that they want to go in deeper?
Yeah, they need to take the advantage of the Brian Williams absence because the local players seems unable to guard the import players, especially Jaleel Cousins. Taking the first free throw with 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. He makes that one. Got a front free roll right there for Jaleel Cousins, left-handed shooter.
The crowd is not ashamed to make sure that Jaleel cannot make a second free throw. If you folks can hear, the crowd is really getting involved in this game with this comfortable lead.
Still a very young player. Jaleel Cousins makes both free throws. 21 years old, that is.
Jaleel Cousins, who's 6'11", he's a G League player of the Reno Bighorns. He actually took communications back in the University of South Florida.
Meantime, Duke Cruz trying to move inside. Find the hot shooter, Sandy, for the air ball. Unfortunately right there, number 1, Chikwon Cheng takes the shot, but he missed. Mario Wisang leading the fast break with Sandy Piancha on the elbow 3, but he hesitates, passing it to Freddie Litchfield with a great crossover, but unable to finish. On the fast break, Jaleel Cousins puts it back in. The Knights trying to answer right back. With Freddie Lish in charge on the offense, penetrates inside with a floater. Oh, he makes it!
You can see that he was challenging Cousins on top of the key, but he decided he couldn't chase him down, so he puts the floater right on top of it, and it stopped the 4-0 run by the Dreamers.
That is an important basket right there by Freddie Lish, our heritage player. Meantime, Jaleel Cousins misses the 2-point conversion.
Jaleel Cousins, who is known as a mid-range jumper, that was a staple shot of his. Surprised that he did not make that one.
Great play inside, not only by the great defense by Jaleel Cousins with the rejection. Substitution called by Coach Coco. They bring out Mario Wisang and Freddie Lish, and comes in Arif Hidayat and Rahmat Febri Utomo.
A little fresh legs here. Freddie Lish has done his best to keep the CLS relevance late here in the third quarter.
Arif Hidayat off the screen, finding Rahmat Febri Utomo. Forces the shot, and wild ball still CLS Knights possession. Referee blows the whistle. And it's going to be a turnover. They give the ball back to the Formosa Dreamers. Still a confusion. Coach Coco is still asking what's wrong.
The way to stop the pace here is to just make sure the turnovers are in minimal, and it looks like they might be breaking down. They missed the last 2 shots, CLS Knights, and they're wondering if they should re-strategize as we close the third quarter.
We can see Lenny Daniels from the top of the key misses the shot, but great rebound by Lenny Daniels, recovers by the Knights. In charge to Arif. And Duke Cruz moves inside against Lenny Daniels with a fadeaway, but it's just short. He's still struggling with that ankle. It seems like he's still running with some hesitation on that ankle.
I was surprised to see Duke Cruz was trying to have an isolation ball that's happening. I'm surprised that he did not cut into the right side of the lane, but instead he went on top of the key and went for a fadeaway and didn't convert. And in fact, no one was ready to get the rebound, as we see Lenny Daniel converting the 2-point on the other end.
So the Dreamers need to play more aggressive this second half to take the advantage again. The Knights will upgrade with them for the injury. Oh, slip.
First turnover here by Utomo.
But again, Dukung charging the offense on the Fast break passes inside. Ronnie on an easy play. 2 points. CLS Knights Indonesia.
It was a transition advantage when they were running for a 3-2, and he was thinking about taking that shot, but Dukung's no better and strip it up for a nice reverse underneath.
Jaleel Cousins powers in for a 2 point with a chance for another bonus on the free throw line. A foul call on Mohamed Saroni.
Again, folks, if you just tuned in on YouTube or on video.com or on MNC Sports, we're coming to you live in Gorkartajaya in Surabaya. CLS Knights are leading 21 points.
No, exactly, it's 19 points.
19 points exactly, and we're about to, under 2 minutes in the third quarter, we're going to have a couple of free throws.
The lead was 24, but now they managed to cut back into 19 and a chance to make it a 17 lead by the Dreamers.
Jaleel Cousin, who is averaging a respectable 8.5 points, 7.9 rebounds, 1.6 blocks at 25 minutes as a senior back in South Florida. He is a future of a franchise. You could say that he's a great beginning. He's got the right backing, he's got the right fundamentals. He's in fact a brother to the all-star New Orleans Pelicans center,
DeMarcus Cousins. In fact, you have him on your fantasy league, right? I can see the resemblance between Jaleel and DeMarcus. He's the younger brother, anyway. Trying to make the second free throw that in, and he makes it.
You can almost see the Cousin family shooting form. It's actually very good for a big man to be able to convert such high percentage on shots, because it begins with the form, and as he continues to take that on the free throw line, he is still 100% on the charity stripe.
Meantime, the Knights is still struggling for a basket, moving the ball with 6 seconds to shoot. A tip back by Duke Cruz. Great penetration there by Rahmat Utomo. But as we can see off the screen, Duke Cruz is holding his ankle. Oh no, he is in pain. There's an awkward landing by Duke Cruz after securing the offensive rebound. And of course, the Formosa Dreamers players also here at the center of the court. It's a physical game, Ardo.
Let's look at it on the replay again.
Again, a missed awkward ending by Duke Cruz. He is such a warrior, Ardo.
And because of Duke Cruz, when he was down and he was not getting back up, one of his teammates, I'm not sure who made the foul call. I believe it might have been Rahmat Utomo, who's now picking up his first foul of the game. He had to stop the play, and he had to inadvertently foul number 3, Ping Hoon Lee, in the middle of the court to stop the play, because he sees his teammate who in need of help, and the ball keeps on going, the clock keeps on running, but he had to make that call. And thankfully, the referee have not called a forced foul or some sort of flagrant or a technical foul by the team to cause that play to stop. And this really riled up the crowd here tonight. They were not happy with that call.
With 1 minute, 20 seconds to go before we end the third quarter, the Knights is still leading by 20 points against the visiting team, but it's not looking good for the Knights Indonesia, losing their 2 best sports in Duke Cruz and Brian Williams. Shooting the third flagrant foul is number 5, Yu-Han Chan. He makes the first one, still got another one from the charity stripe. Yu-Han Chan playing a very physical game tonight against the Knights. Keep pressing on the point guard and also all the Knights players.
Now you recognize, folks, from your screen, you can see that the CLS Knights have no import, no heritage players on the court right now. could this be an advantage for Formosa Dreamers to get back to this game?
With 1 minute, 14 seconds to go, they need to maintain the pace. They need to maintain the lead. 20 points. Anything can happen in the last quarter. And Formosa Dreamers for 3, you have it.
With under a minute to go, they want to show that they're not backing down on the third quarter.
Caleb Ramos is hot for the first quarter. Still misses the shot. Playing a good basketball in the first quarter. And now with 30 seconds to go, a great defense, but the referee calls it a foul against the Knights.
Foul by Caleb Ramos Gamilang. I believe this is his first. Lenny Daniel was looking for that inside game. He was looking to go inside of the paint. When you have the Red Sea split right open for you to walk in, you just can't help but just stay in it.
But unfortunately, Lenny Daniels misses the first free throw. As you can see at the scoreboard on your screen, the lead is now only 15 points.
You can see that our heritage import, Freddie, is ready to walk in.
And a foul, a collision there between Lenny Daniels and Rama Febri Utomo, who is trying to secure the off ball. But he hit Lenny Daniels in the elbow. Lenny Daniels falls with the 4th personal foul. He is in foul trouble, so that's why the coach is getting him down.
There's still one more period to go, and it's only 30 seconds left. What we need to do is just bring the clock down, make sure that the basket goes in, and get ready for the fourth quarter.
Freddie Goldstein with the Jordan 12 in his shoes. He's wearing the Jordan 12. Pass to Caleb Ramos. To Ari Bidayat. Penetrates inside. A turnaround by Saroni for 2!
That 2 ball, they were running in.
And he missed the shot.
They need to bring down the clock. They need to close it down. And when they find the open shot by Nugroho at the top of the key, they knock it down. We end the third quarter.
And this is the end of the third quarter. CLS Knights 73 leading against the Formosa Dreamers from Taiwan with 56. It is a 17-point deficit between these two teams who has the first game on the ASEAN Basketball League tonight.
Here we go, folks. If you're just tuning in, you are now in the fourth quarter of the second game of the ABL Season 8 season here in the year between CLS Knights hosting the Formosa Dreamers, Taiwan.
Again, Johan Chen with a physical play. Caleb Ramos misses the three-pointer. Number 5, Johan Chen is getting fouled by Wisnu. Number 8 for the Knights Indonesia. One more local player for the Knights.
Wisnu picks up his first foul late in the fourth quarter. They're trying to figure out how to penetrate the inside, especially with their 2 import players not on the game right now.
It's going to be a tough condition by the CLS big man. They put on Pirman to replace Saroni because of the size advantage that Jalil Cousins had. I almost said Jalil.
We almost said Joe Okafor.
Yeah. A great defense and a great chance for a layup by Freddie. James Forrest for the 3. He makes. It is a 14-point lead for the Knights. The lead is getting decreased.
Forster, who's a 37% shooter from the arc, he finally is in rhythm late in the fourth quarter. I mean, late in the game, starting in the fourth quarter.
Again, a turnover by the Knights Indonesia. They need to maintain this 14-point lead if they are going to have the first victory in the history of the ABL. Lenny Daniels penetrates inside, called a foul by Firman Dwi Nugroho. Oh, sorry, on Caleb Gamila. It's the third personal foul by Caleb. Again, the Dreamers is trying to play more aggressive this quarter.
As you can see, they're going inside the paint. They're not playing with the arc. They know that if they grind the offense, they know if they go in to penetrate, get the foul, get the shots, and don't have to worry about high percentages from the outside, but instead get high percentages from the inside. They know they can get back. With only 9 minutes left, there's plenty of time. Can the CLS Knights maintain this lead? Can they play some good defense? Can they just shoot the ball? And can they find the right positioning in this quarter? We will yet to see.
Lenny Daniels makes one of 2 free throws before Randy Lick with a great move inside. He wanted the foul, but the referee says plays on. Lenny Daniels again. No foul called by the referee. Again, a fast-paced tempo by the Knights from Arif. Randy Lick and now penetrates inside.
And a foul.
A chance to point and adding the lead to be a 15 points deficit.
It's good to see CLS Knights are not going to back down. They want to cut it as well. They are running out of space. It seems that the zone defense made by the Dreamers have amped up this quarter. They know that they have to get back. And that leaves hope. When you have the slot man open and when you have the post man as well running around inside, getting ready for that shot, they have that cut open. The skip pass opened it up. They faked it, and now they went in. They convert the 2 shots from the strip.
So great free throw shooter, Caleb Ramot Gamila makes it a 15 point with 8 minutes, 25 seconds to go. This final quarter between the Knights and the Dreamers, who will take home their first ever victory on ABL. Lenny Daniels, number 4, holding it up inside, and a miss by number 15, Jia Ting Lee. Wisnu with a great spin-off. Great move inside there by Wisnu.
Wisnu went in, he wants to cut the baseline. He went for the reversal because there was an opening. He did not hesitate. He went and attacked the basket.
James Forrester one more time from 3. He's still missing. Great recovery by the Knights. Wisnu leading the offense. Penetrates inside from the corner. Arif!
Maribo! CLS Knights are alive tonight.
All right. They are feeling hot from the 3-point land, from the money land.
What a shot. The rhythm was there. Arif took his time. The Dreamers had no chance. The Dreamers had no chance. He was wide open. They left him open. They were busy trying to see all the cuts. What they did was to have the involvement of the weak side coming in. And then when they switch and rotate, they found the opening. The corner 3 by Arif.
It started with a great ball movement with and without the ball. And ending up Arif that's a great 3-point shoot. Makes it back to 20-point lead with 7 minutes, 25 seconds to go.
I'm surprised that James Forrester has not stepped up this game. He's at 37% from the arc, and yet tonight he is 33%. They've taken only 3, he makes 1. They may need to utilize him more. That's what they brought him into this team for. They need the perimeter scoring from James Forrester. Tonight has not happened. I don't know if it's because of the defense by the CLS Knights or if it's a hard grind from the inside, but for sure they're not making it from the outside. Wow, 45%. When he's open, you cannot leave. There's very little thing you can do left. And And now we're gonna see if there's any re-strategy made by the Dreamers. You can tell that after the rebound made from the other conversion before the 3-point, the CLS Knights are trying to slow it down. But when they find the opening by Arif before, he went, he went for the reverse. And I believe that CLS Knights are keeping their composure. Dreamers can still get back here. There's still plenty of time on the clock. What they need to do is to figure out a rhythm, control the pace, control the tempo. I know that they're tired. I know it's Surabaya. It's very hot. And as we're talking, another.
Ari Hidayat, who just makes a 3, now makes an easy up. The locals of the CLS Knights is stepping up. Meantime, Lenny Daniels forces the ball inside with a great move in the post-up. The referee calls it a foul. And Lenny Daniels will shoot 2 free throws.
Firman Dwi Nugroho has committed his second foul. Lenny Daniels is not going to stop going in, but is it going to be enough to get back to the game? He needs to convert 3-point shots. But what happens is CLS Knights, as you can see, are coming into the paint. They're double teaming because they know Lenny Daniels will not back down the paint.
So that is a good strategy by Coach Coco. Lenny Daniels misses the free throw. Arif Hidayat very aggressive inside with a great reverse by Caleb Ramon Gamilang.
What an amazing cut. That was seen from the beginning, folks. You can see that he's up top on the slot line. He finds the cut. He does not back down. He keeps going. And now they're coming with a 2-point. As we see this now, Dreamers also convert another bucket on the other end.
Great finish by James Forrester with a floater for the corner. CLS Knights Indonesia trying to answer right back. But a foul called by the referee. That's a foul carried by Ping Hung Lee.
You can see Coach Coco Nugroho, he's telling the play for the CLS Knights. They're going to have an inbound play. It looks like they have something in mind.
From 3, he misses that. And passes to Ping Hung Lee to Lenny Daniels. Post up by the corner. James Forrester from 3. With the rebound.
Ready, go, Steve. 5'10", really understands, knows positioning. He knows where to get that rebound every time. We are now halfway through the quarter on this first game between CLS Knights and Formosa Dreamers.
Caleb finding the shot with 4 seconds to go with the floater. Great floater there by Caleb. What an offensive weapon from the CLS Knights Indonesia. Their local player finding the rhythm here.
That was beautiful offense by the CLS Knights. They have the touch for every end, and they know that when the team is desperate, every fake, every pump will be bought in. They will buy it in. This is what he does. He's faked it. He moves down to the key lane, does a floater, and converts the 2-point.
Meantime, N1 by Jaleel Cousins, who forces the ball inside the mismatch against the nice Firman, and he makes the bucket and also a chance for a 3-point play from the charity stripe.
Jaleel Cousins, a respectable night tonight. He got 50 points. He has He has a chance to convert this for the N1, and he makes it.
5 minutes to go on the final quarter. The Knights is still leading by 20 points. Arif Hidayat to Winto to Freddy. Freddy leads with a pull-up jumper. He misses a chance for a 2-point conversion.
That was a forced shot. There was plenty of time left on the clock. I guess he just wanted to see if it was possible to get that shot up, but that was not a very high percentage shot.
Almost a turnover call by the Dreamers, but before that the referee said a personal foul. Rama Febri and Caleb taking out another penetrator from the CLS Knights Indonesia. Rama Febri Utomo.
Great game by Gamilang. He's sitting down with 4 minutes left. Oh, and the
Randy Lick with a great defense. Great hustle with the left and the layup. Randy Lick. Oh my God.
what a conversion! A perfect conversion by the steal by Fred. And he again goes for the other side. You can see how aggressive Freddie was. Not only he got the steal, but he went in for the lay. So what do you think? Do you think by this 20-point lead, is it a comfortable lead, or can they say that they could put this on the books? Or is there a chance for Dreamers tonight? He is still 80% in the night, but it's surprising late in crunch time. He does not make that previous shot, but now he makes one of them. And now they're going to the other with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
What a great ball movement by CLS Knights, getting deflected. That pass from Rama Febri Utomo to Wisnu. But CLS Knights still recovered the possession with 19 seconds on the game clock. Rama Febri Utomo takes the inbound. Still great ball movement by the CLS Knights to find the open man. Ari for the money. He misses the shot. Hustle for the loose ball. And
Blocking foul.
It's a
It's a
defensive
blocking foul.
All right, it's a blocking foul.
It's a blocking foul.
I thought for the referee would have called it foul or charging against Lenny Daniels.
No, we thought that he was already in position, but the movement by the Dreamers has already been going, and so when he found that it was way too late, and there was called a blocking foul by the ref.
It's been a great courage to stepping up against Lenny Daniels to take the charge. You have to think twice. But
Lenny
now
Daniel,
Matthew
who is
fearless, you know,
Lenny Daniel is a 6'6" world import. He's a former Saigon Heat forward 2 years in. 23 points a game, 12.8 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.5 blocks. He guards multiple positions. He is everywhere for the Saigon Heat, and he's playing for the Formosa Dreamers tonight. And I would say that if you're a fan of Lenny Daniels for a long time, you would probably expect a little more than what he has offered tonight. Right. Right. A 19-point lead with under 4 minutes to go. They want to wind down the clock, but if they find an open shot, it seems like they want to take it. Sandy was thinking about it. What you folks may not see is that Jaleel Cousin was asking for the ball since the midcourt. He wants the ball, he wants to bring it in. But it seems that the Dreamers want to convert a three-point play, but ended up being blocked on the baseline.
great block by Wei Chai, loses the ball. Basketball.
You can see the frustration in the Dreamers as they're bringing the ball back. They know that the only way they can get back is to stop these turnovers, but now they reckon in over 13 turnovers for the game, and 9 of them are all forced turnovers and are converted into points by the CLS Knights on this first game between the two rookie teams.
Still missing the ball with a step back, 2 points. He still basket. Little Cousins asking for the ball. Rocky take the charge, but a foul on Ramal Febri Utomo. Saroni is complaining, asking for the foul to the
team, the Dreamers, are trying to calm Cousins down. They know that with the game on the line, as you can see in the replay here, what was a hard move, but you know, Cousins, it might be a move he learned from his older brother.
Yeah, it's a power move inside. And Saroni is trying to, maybe a flop, but you cannot call it a flop on Jalil Cousins. He's so big, too big even for that kind of defense.
You know, sometimes a flop doesn't need to be done when the power move made by Cousins. But now he's going to convert the 2 points. But the foul was not even by Gamilang. The foul is going to be committed by number 10.
Febri Utomo, that
Febri
is.
Utomo.
And the score is 88, CLS Knights 70 for the Dreamers. With under 3 minutes to go, can the Knights take home the victory for the very first time on the ASEAN Basketball League? Great pass there by Wisang, and finding Febri Utomo. And great block by Jalil Cousins for the rejection.
Jalil Cousins was ready for that block. He was watching the pass everywhere that's in the middle. But now he picks up a foul. Lenny Daniel drives in, and he's going to get 2.
It's going to be a hard defense by the Knights because the imports for the Formosa Dreamers, Jalil Cousins and Lenny Daniels, is getting very aggressive inside, trying to draw the foul with 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. The CLS Knights already had 5 personal fouls.
It's coming down to how much they can handle the inside. You can see that both teams are very tired, but what they're trying to do is see what they come up with the inside, because it seems like they're not making it from the outside. They're trying to penetrate. And so far it's been looking good, but Lenny Daniel, who's quite disappointing tonight, a career average of 23 points, he is not converting, and he's not even making the first free throw of 2.
That's why you need to take care of that fouls. You cannot be so aggressive at the very beginning, because the foul trouble is going to make you very difficult to play the game.
You can almost sense that everybody's winding down, but Coach Coco Nugroho of the CLS Knights, he is standing up and he's making sure that the Knights will not back down. And as we have a miss from Wushang and another rebound by Cousin.
Under 2 minutes, basketball fans, a layup there, missed. Fanny Febianza securing the rebound. Mario's leading the breakaway with a great pass to Ramal Febri Utomo, getting fouled there. A chance for 2 free throws for Ramal Febri Utomo. That was a great pass by Mario.
Mario Wushang, the general, the floor general, 38 years old, been in the national team for the past 5 years and counting. He is not stopping. He wants the ball in transition. Even with 2 minutes left, he wants to make sure that the open man comes, he will get the ball. And at that time, Fabian, number 10, he gets the cut. He goes for the 2, cannot convert, but gets 2 shots.
Ramal Febri Utomo, the first free throw, counted in. It's a high-scoring game by the CLS Knights Indonesia. And most of them by the three-pointer. They keep on making each quarter. Ramal Febri Utomo makes both of his free throws. Makes it a 19-point deficit with under 2 minutes to go. Lenny Daniels asking for the ball. Chi Kwon Che misses the three-point shot. And also missed there by Pi Hong Lee. What a great recovery. Reddy Lish in charge for the offense. Screen there by Ramal Febri
asking for that
Utomo.
foul when the rebound happened. The referee didn't see it or didn't think that was did not constitute a foul.
7 seconds to shoot. The referee calls it another foul. And just like that, folks, Lenny Daniels is ejected.
We'll see again the replay. The foul by Lenny Daniels. This is not exactly the best way to begin your career on a new team. Fouled out with only minimal impact from himself for the Team Dreamers. This is a game that Lenny will look back and look all the tapes and figure out what happened. Is it something that he had not done or could have done, or is it something that CLS Knights have figured out from the get-go in the first half?
Coach Coco tells me that Duke Cruz is going to play against Lenny Daniels, and it's going to be a tough matchup. But he believes that Duke Cruz can beat Lenny Daniels on his own game. Timeout by the Dreamers. With 1 minute, 2 seconds on the final quarter, CLS Knights Indonesia leading by 19 points. Woo. With 1 minute to go, what do you think? What do you think the Formosa Dreamers need to do in this final a minute?
This is what we would call garbage time. There's only 1 minute left. If you have 24 seconds, you pretty much have a little under 4 possessions, even if you use all those seconds. There's very little that they can do. If they can convert in 4 possessions, all 3-pointers, that's 12, and they're still down by 7, it will take nothing short of a miracle for the Dreamers to get back and have the greatest comeback that the ABL has ever seen.
19 points. It's hard to come back from 19 points, but I don't know. Anything can happen in 1 minute, 2 seconds to go. But CLS Knights just need to be patient, handling the ball, passes the ball all over the place, and try to make the shot clock expires before after they shoot the ball.
Folks, you can see tonight it is a full house here at Gor Kertajaya. 3,000 tickets sold out. 5 days. 5 days before the match. There is no way you can get tickets unless you somehow bribe somebody or you have to kill somebody.
Yeah, because we can feel the excitement what the Knight Society brings to this stadium.
Big shout out to Knight Society. I know they come out tonight, support their CLS Knights on their first, what could be an imminent and an obvious win for the CLS Knights in the first season in ABL.
Yeah, the final minute of the game. Ping Hong Lee, 3-pointer there. He misses the shot. Trying to force the 3. Yu Han Chen still misses. Jaleel Cousins also misses his own rebound. Wei Chai for 3. He misses the shot. Secures by Freddie Goldstein.
Looks like it's a foul by Cousins on the inbound rebound there.
Also on foul trouble, Jaleel Cousins has 21 points this game.
Oh, Cousins, who's holding his own. He's doing his best to help his team win tonight. But the forced turnovers and the lack of rebounds, I believe they're out-rebounding them by 12 rebounds tonight. CLS Knights are taking over the glass. They're making every shot count. They're taking every opportunity. And it's almost obvious with 38 seconds left. Is it time to call this a night? Is it time for us to go home and to declare the CLS Knights' first ever win
in the history of the ABL? You can see Coach Coco still giving the instruction for his team. Saroni shooting the first free throw. He makes that one.
This is what you call nails in a coffin. This is what you call the dagger.
And he's going to shoot the second free throw. With 35 seconds to go on the fourth and the final quarter of the game.
Folks, you can call this a match. It's pretty much done. What the Formosa can only do is just wish that the clock can run out faster than it does.
We have 4 players on double digit. 15 seconds to go. The shot clock is off, out of bounds, but still Knights basketball.
Everybody's on their feet. They know that the win is about to happen. At 12 seconds left, the shot clock is pretty much off. There's no need for the shot clock. We got 12.86 seconds left. You don't need a shot clock. Now they're just gonna kill the clock, but we don't know what they're gonna do. It looks like they're gonna have a quick substitution. Lee checks out and Barat comes in. 12
seconds to go.
CLS Knights.
Sharoni forces inside with a hook. He missed with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it, folks. CLS Knights Indonesia wins their first ever game on ASEAN Basketball League, defeating the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan with a comfortable lead with 21 points deficit. Congratulations to you, Knights.
This is an issue of what the team can do together. I know that we bank so much on what the world imports can do. We bank so much on what the Heritage can do. But tonight, the CLS Knights have proved itself not only as a team that knows how to recruit, acquire the right team, the right cogs, the right screws to fit the system of Koko Nugroho, which is fast and up-tempo and forcing turnovers. And tonight it was good. They did what they can do. The locals stepped up, and an unfortunate event happened in the first half when Brian Williams first went down, I believe early in the second quarter. Duke Cruz followed suit in the third quarter. They missed their 2 top imports, but now they stand one as a team. They stand together now in the midcourt of CLS Knights and Gor Kartajaya. They booked in, they locked in their first win of the season. And we want to say thank you for you all for joining us tonight.
Wow, it was a great honor for us to be here witnessing their first ever victory on ASEAN Basketball League. Shout out also for all the local players who stepped up tonight, showing their best effort, defense and offense. As we can see on the scoreboard, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 players on double-digit scoring.
Final score 94-73. CLS Knights have done their due. They've established themselves as a team. They know that they're going to be underrated. They're the underdogs. They're underestimated. No one would ever think that CLSI could ever step up tonight. But as you can see, they work together. They have the locals. In fact, we have Sandy Fabrian Shah who's shooting lights out. Lights out. And he's shooting over 75% on the arc tonight. When he can convert those 3-pointers, you can pretty much sure that the lead will stay and in the favor of the CLS Knights tonight.
As we can see in the highlights, the 3-pointers is the main factor and the key for CLS Knights winning tonight. And also great passing and ball movement by the Knights Indonesia. Jaleel Cousins and Lenny Daniels clearing the rebound. This is where we can see Lenny Daniels for the easy hook. Caleb Ramot Gemilang also plays a big factor tonight. Caleb scoring 14 points for the CLS Knights Indonesia from downtown, from free throw, and also from under the basket. And we can see Wisnu with the spin move and the reverse layup. Arif Hidayat again from the corner 3. The local guys surely stepped up. There we go, you can see the floater, beautiful floater. Freddie Lish on defense and offense. And there you go. We are celebrating the victory of the CLS Knights Indonesia. Thank you also Formosa Dreamers. We can see a
applause.
great,
Big applause and welcome to the Formosa Dreamers Taiwan. The Knight Society here are huge fans of basketball and they know how to appreciate hard work and grind. And Formosa Dreamers have placed their
Victory for CLS Knights Indonesia.
they established their place in the league. They did not back down, as you can see from the amount of rebounds that the Dreamers have had. Lenny Daniels
scoring only 17 points.
Only 17 points. He's not really happy tonight, as you can see from Julia Cousins as well. James Forster, a.k.a. Air Canada, did not step up tonight, even though he was shooting 33%. maybe you could have given him more chance. Maybe you're given more opportunities, he would be able to step up and help. But in the end, it was CLS Knights who stepped up, and they're the one who took most of every opportunity. The first turnovers are converted, and they're making their shots. They're rebounding, and thanks to the help of the import players early on in the first half, now they have that comfortable lead coming into the second half. Maintained, did not even reduce to single digit leading, but instead they just close it out and rely on the locals to make sure that the CLS Knights have their first win of the season.
Coach Coco will have some homework to do because Duke Cruz and Brian Williams is out indefinitely. I hope that everything will be okay with Duke and Brian so they can join the Knights in their next game. But now, folks, we are going to move on for an exclusive interview by our on-court reporter, Kili G, with the happy coach, Coach Coco. After you, Kili.
What a great victory for the CLS Knights Indonesia. Their hard work eventually paid off. Right now with me, I have Coach Coco from CLS Knights. So, Coach, did you expect this type of win?
Of course, because we already practicing almost about 2 months. We practicing hard. I already see how they give their effort. It's a great, what do you say? It's a great honor for them to get this W tonight like that.
Especially with their hard work, right?
Yeah.
So how satisfied were you with this win tonight?
This is my first time become a head coach. Of course, it's really satisfying, but I gotta still remember it's a long season and it's just only your first game. Gotta collect another W later on like that.
So they gotta keep working hard, right? All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Now I'm gonna throw it back to Dion. Thank you, Coach Coco, for the interview. Back to you, Dion.
On the ASEAN Basketball League.
What an amazing night, folks. Thank you for joining us on YouTube or on video.com, and especially for all the Knight Society fans around Asia on MNC Sports Indonesia.
So we hope we'll see you soon for the next ABL games. So stay tuned on this channel or stream it together. But for sure, lastly, my name is Dion Edward.
And I'm Ardo.
We're signing off the air and have a great night, everyone.